Hey guys, I miss you all. Hopefully, this video that I did for you helps. But my right now my status is I'm not back until January the 5th, I think, which is the day before the season starts. Unfortunately, I won't get to see you guys whip Sacred Heart on both levels next Monday. So I'll be watching you on online and looking forward to it. Um, McKenna is just fine. She's not even really that sick. I have developed symptoms, so I'm a little sick, but I'm feeling okay. But I'm gonna have to stay pretty close to my room and my office in here. So I'm not looking forward to that for the next few days. But anyway, practice is going well. I'm so thankful that I get to watch it. I appreciate you guys' hard work and efforts. And Coach Erica and Coach Rogers, they're doing a fantastic job. And I definitely appreciate what they're doing. It's not easy for them. So and I certainly appreciate it. So I'm gonna talk about a couple things on this video. The first off is offensive stuff with spacing and attacking gaps, and then secondly, I'm gonna show you some stuff about um, defense and when to pressure and how to pressure, and talk to you about some defensive mistakes that you're making. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. The stats are vital. I hope you're learning from those and improving your game. If you have any questions about any of those, please feel free to text or call me and we can talk about them. I do take a lot of time. It probably takes me 3 or 4 hours to stat a practice because I stop the video and I rewind it to make sure deflections are a little tougher, but I'm pretty much getting everything else. Okay. Um, the one thing I probably don't get enough of is getting in the paint and drives in the paint, which I only give you credit for that if you make a penetrating drive that creates something. So anyway, so here's the first thing about offensive spacing. You see, Nia does a good job of the gap, driving the gap, and right here's where we're talking about 2 foot jump stops to make sure that goes in. Here's Zoe attacking a gap in the middle. The gap gets closed down, and we don't want to over penetrate that gap. And she does get fouled by Nia. The refs must have been awful that day. I don't know, but right there's a kick out to Grace. We don't want to hesitate on this catch. You see right there, Nia drove and went through, and Courtney hesitated, which gave the defense time to get there. You want to scissor step and attack right there. Nice spin though and finish. Charge. Good job, Grace. Nice tough shot. Grace made a lot of great shots in this practice. And right here, we go too deep here. And right here, you see it's opening up. At the very least, T's got a three, or she's got a kick and drive. But Courtney just waits a little too late to get rid of it. And she pays for it. Turnover. Right here, Cam, you got to run this lane to the back for a layup. Zoe gets Maya to come up, and then tough shot. It should have been a layup. Great recovery though. Great rebound. Great pass. Grace, nice drive and kick. Wide open 3-point shooter. Those are the threes we're looking for. I don't care if they don't go in. I mean, I want them to go in, but good kick. And again, we hesitated before we drove. Amelia didn't know, and she got to the rim. Dribble handoff. And look at the spacing. I mean, you got 3 people within 8 feet. I mean, Lucy should have been behind the 3-point line or under the basket. And I think this is Cam. Should have been over to on the left side. Cam makes a good play and recovers the ball. Great pass, great shot. Good movement, Delaney. Delaney got a lot of nice looks around. We got to stop that drive. No excuses on that. You got to be aggressive and get that stop. Great drive, Maya. That's a great physical, tough drive. All right, so look at the spacing. All right, Katie should have been over on the right block. I think I can't tell who that is over there on the left. Might be Lucy, but we're just too bunched up to get anything positive. But a gap does open up. As soon as Lucy starts to come up, look at that gap open up. See that? For Avery. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to open gaps up. And this is a great drive by Zoe. Poor help. Nice drive and kick. Job, Nia. Nice drive and kick. But look at the spacing. Again, I don't know what we're doing. We're not getting spread out. Good screen by Jerry Ann. Cut through. Still too tough a shot. Grace made the best out of that with a drive and kick. And once the defense was adjusting, Cameron did a good job of driving to the hole. Here's a nice run out. Good pass, Courtney. Great pass. Good steal, T. Good defense, Grace. Stopped the drive. Got to cover back. Long missed threes could lots of times result in layups on the other end. This is good. Liar. Good spacing. Nia drives. And great pass. So ineffective drives. What I'm talking about, you guys, none of you are dipping your shoulder and trying to get in the paint on that. Like Amelia. So in X and on this screen right here, we're not getting the ball on the roller. See that? We've got to look for that and throw that ball. The few times I've seen you guys run X in practice, we didn't get it, but Nia does a good job. Jerry Ann got taken out or was sleeping over. I don't know what happened. So now's the defensive segment, spacing and help. So first of all, we're going to talk about pressure. If a player catches the ball up on the top and they've got a live dribble and they're in triple threat, you don't want to go running up to them and pressure them because they're just going to drive around you. Okay, the minute the ball goes above their head, like Courtney has it right now, that's when you can pressure. You should be all over them. If they're in middle school position, you should be all over them. If they're dribbling to nowhere, if they're dribbling right or left, you can pressure the heck out of them. But the minute they start dribbling north or south on this, you've got to make sure you contain them. Okay, so those are the what times that we're going to pressure. Now, if we don't pressure the ball, teams are going to be able to run offense. Okay, our defense, no matter if we're in the buzz or 55 or 5 or whatever, if we're not pressing the ball, we're going to be bad. We're going to be really bad. So we got to make sure we're selective pressure and we're doing a good job on the pressure. Jerry Ann's got to rotate and help. That was just poor. We trapped the screen. Here comes the screen again. Okay, again, Jerry Ann should be way over here stepping off. Zoe should have 2 feet in the lane as soon as she went over there to be ready to help. You guys got lucky. It was a bad pass. Close the gap down. See, Cam didn't close the gap down, and Katie did not keep the ball pushed over to the side. There wasn't enough pressure. So right there, we should be pressuring. Zoe allowed Maya to cut right in front of her, which is a no-no. And Courtney laid on the pass. See, T's making a penetrating gaps. And that was defense grace. So, all right. So everybody watch Grace over on the left wing. I'm gonna pick on you, Grace. You're junior. You can handle it. Okay, but look at the spacing. Right now, Grace is okay position wise, but she has her back turned to her girl, so she don't know what's going on with her girl. Okay, she still has not seen Grace or Nia. So Grace is in too deep a help right now, and she recovers too low because she doesn't know where Nia's at. And when she recovers too low, Nia has a driving gap. And then, add insult to injury, Grace doesn't get her cut off, and she doesn't jump to the pass and watch Nia get wide open on the block. Anytime you're playing defense and your girl is between you and the ball, you're in a bad way. Sorry about the interruption on the call. Kroger Pharmacy. All right, so here we go. We're back to this. Pressure. We should be all over that. See, oh, this is I rewinded too much. Grace gets to see it again. Well, boo. All right. Well, decent help, slow recovery, hands down. Didn't close the gap, drove on you like you wasn't even there. And that's good. Zoe cuts off the back door. And then we close out on this and pressure it and push it to the side. And then we've got Avery. I think this is Avery. Nia cuts and it's like your feet are in concrete. You gotta get over there and not let her cut in front of you. See now, Grace is closing out correctly, moderate pressure, and as soon as T's dribbling to nowhere now, and then she can get all over. If T took a hard dribble to the basket, she wants to contain. But that's a dribble to nowhere, and that was great defense, Grace. Coach yelling about it too. He likes it. Tough shot. Good rebound, Amelia. See, right now we should be pressuring. We should be all over. Moderate pressure on the closeout, push to the side. Now we get all over. She's dribbling to nowhere. Good defense, Cam. Jump to ball, help side. Jaren, you've got to get more help side off the ball. Above head pressure. Pressure. Dead ball. We should be all over it. There's no way she should be able to make that pass if we're playing aggressively. Don't give up middle. My freshmen are giving up middle way too much. And we haven't emphasized that enough, but it's going to start now. Good deflection. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Too deep, Lucy. Pressure, and you're on the boss. See, we we need Lucy to be up on Madeline's left hand. Oh, Avery overhelped. Better spacing. That's and a better pass. That's a wide open three. So we're pressuring. She's dribbling nowhere. Pressure. As soon as this handoff, we got to jump and pressure the heck out of that and force her up the sideline. Run her into Erica. Overhelp. Good deflection though, Lucy. The deflection saved you. Good deflection, Katie. Pressure. Dead ball. Pressure, pressure, pressure. And Lucy's off of nowhere. I mean, you just your hands are down. You're not being aggressive enough. You can't relax off the ball on defense. Pressure now. Ball's above her head. It should be all over. Okay, the reach gave up the layup right here. Nia couldn't handle it though. She should have jumped through and 2-foot jump stop. Go to the rack. You see the rack right here? We're trying to go to the basket, Zoe. Nia's doing a decent job pushing. Good reach. She doesn't lose position. You see how Nia is solid. If you think back a couple of play ago, Lucy was over there and she reached down and her shoulder dipped. Okay, you can tell that Nia on the reach, her shoulder doesn't dip. She doesn't lose position. So we need to strive to do that if we're going to reach in to try to deflect. And Courtney with the great closeout. It's a little slow, but she still got there and got a great deflection. No pressure. Allow skip pass. Amelia's asleep. Wide open three. But that skip pass shouldn't have been there, T. You should have been up in her, not letting her make that. It was a good pass, but jump to the ball. Everybody see the ball. You got to play the ball. Back doors, we got to be pointing at the girl on the ball, and then the stuff don't happen. Overhelp right here by Amelia. She got the deflection that saved her, but you got to be careful on overhelping in that. That gives up a wide open three. Aggressive defense saves the play. This is great ball pressure, creates a turnover by Maya. See that? Dead. You got to be jumping on that. So what happened here is Maya was standing even to, is that Zoe? And when the pass went to Zoe, she was out of place. And then Nia was off position to help. Nia should have been over in the middle of the free throw line once the pass went. Good drive. Probably get the foul on that. Lack of pressure allowed this pass. You see that ball's above her head? We should be all over her. And Delaney let her cut in front of her face. We want to force them in middle school position. Get into play, be aggressive to you. Get all up on her. She nails a three right in your face. To hand off her hip, Nia. Drive to nowhere, pressure. Drive to nowhere, pressure, box out. That was a good defensive segment. I like that. It's not necessarily forcing a steal every time or anything like that. Sometimes it's just forcing a quick, bad shot. You know, Grace can make that shot, but it's a shot, you know, we want to force teams to make. That's good pressure by Nia. She never lost ground on Cam, and Cam's good at getting to the rack. Maya's off a step, but notice how she turns Grace out on this. And Nia with a great help, active hands. Those are the deflections we're looking for. Keep the ball out of the middle. And Maya did. She turned it back out. Madeline closes out too low, gives up a wide open drive, no help. That was terrible defense. Should have made them all run. You can't give up middle. If we give up middle, we're hurting on their defense. So pressure this. Squeeze, pressure. We're out of position. Squeeze in, squeeze in. Solid position. See, now Maya's doing a good job. She's low. Solid rotations from the weak side. That wasn't bad. Courtney could have been a step to the ball. One more step. This is terrible. All right, so T just not even doesn't even contest the drive, and then these guys over here don't even attempt to get to the block. That should have been an automatic charge or a trap by Maya. I will call a timeout and sub and rip everybody's butt on that if that happens. That can't happen in games. Good D, Maya. Nia's got to jump. She does. Now get up and pressure. Wait, I'm sorry, don't pressure because she's got a live dribble. See that? And Cam was able to rip and go when Nia got too close on that. See Maya's positioning. Courtney's too soft. Here comes a good team D though. Watch that hand on the hip, Nia. I don't want you to get that call. See, that's good. Nia created that turnover with the pressure. That was not good defense. You can't be hugging your defender. You got to jump to the ball, guys. So Courtney's a little too deep in the lane on that. Could have been a little closer to your person. Weak defense, close the gap. Not a fan. But I like this. Dunk this, G. All right, so guys, we have limited practice time and stuff like that. We got to get better on our defense. We got to really start closing gaps. We got to learn how to ball pressure effectively, and we'll get there. Okay, we're going to do it every day in practice for the next week. So it's going to be a focal point. So I hope this helps. I hope this helps seeing what's going on. And thank you guys for all your hard work. If you need anything, you want to chat, just call and give me a holler. All right, and make sure that you're doing everything you can to help the team win. Love you guys. Miss you guys. Can't wait to see everybody. Keep working hard. Bye.